Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fit4Lyfe Lifestyle Podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest, Anthony Changes, and today I am joined by the coldest of the cold, the boldest of the bold, the Himalaya player himself, Mr. I'm not a runner, I just run a lot, Jason Tocci.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up, Ant?
What's going on, Coach?
See,
Welcome.
I got to tell you, just first off, man, that's what I was waiting for. I wanted to see what my intro was going to be, because all these Sandy intros, I'm like, this fool better come good.
Right. I had to come correct one time.
All right, good man.
All right. Well, so let's talk about Mr. I'm not a runner, because
I don't consider myself a runner, you know, and classic runners, I don't have a classic runner form. I'm not efficient in my running. I mean, there's a lot to change about me to be a runner. I could just run.
Right, but so then what's the difference between you and I? Because I'm not a runner for sure, but like you just completed the Goggins 4x4 by 48 challenge, and did fucking phenomenal. If you ask me.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. It was a challenge. It was fun. So what's the difference between you and I? I mean, everybody's different in running. You know, I look at other people, and I'm very different from them in distance they can do or speed they can do, and I know I always do my hashtag still not a runner or whatever I put, because again, in my mind, I'm not. I have a lot of changes I could do. To me, I need to be hitting, a sub 4 hour marathon and still be able to walk after, be a runner. I need a lot of things to change to be, in my mind, considered a runner. I can run fast, but it's not, it's all heart and will is what it comes down to with me to be able to do that.
Sound like a runner to me. I mean, how did you come across the Goggins challenge?
So I saw the Goggins challenge the last time they advertised it. Facebook, someone else was doing it, and I looked at it and talked to a couple people, and I was like, that just sounds stupid. Why would you want to do that? And I thought about it. I did, but then I also, that part of me that's like, Barry, don't do that. That doubts myself. Talked me out of it, and the way I talked myself out of it was saying it's stupid. That's how people set themselves up for injury. You're gonna run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. That's just dumb, And how can you do that? You got the family, you got this, got that. It's just not gonna work. Don't do it. So I didn't do it last time I saw it, and little thing back there, and it came up again, and the opportunity presented itself last minute for me to jump in and do it.
Nice. So I mean, that kind of leads into my next question. All those things that you use to kind of talk yourself out of it, is that what you use to kind of help you prepare for it as well?
A little bit, yeah. Once I commit and decide that I'm going to do something, that's when I go just all in. And sometimes that commitment's like last minute. I mean, it could be like, oh, we're going to run a half marathon this weekend. All right, let's do it. That's when I've committed.
Right.
So, but yeah, I often, a lot of people don't think it or know it, but I doubt myself a lot in these races and challenges and things that I do, because I want to perform well. I want to be at the top when I complete the challenge or complete the race or complete whatever the workout we're doing. I guess that's that alpha male aspect, but doubts quite often with those things. And I just got to suck it up and just get it done, just like I tell you guys to do every day. To suck it up and get it done. You can do it. You can do it.
So when it comes to that self-doubt, is that something that you've have always, I don't want to say struggled with, but is that something that you've always had in the back of your mind with even growing up?
No, maybe a little bit. I've always been the kind of, as you know, the cocky, confident, ball buster guy.
Convinced.
And but I've always had that little bit of doubt there, when I do things. I was a lot heavier. I was 5'6", 192 pounds, at one point, and lost a lot of weight and got in shape and everything. But there's always in my mind, I'm still that guy with that big belly that's not in shape and everything in the back of my mind.
Right.
So a lot of that plays into it too. Try to count how many times you see me with my shirt off. Probably never, because I'm still in that mindset in the back of my mind.
Wow, that is something I didn't know about you. I just meeting you. You were already fit and already a business owner here at the gym, and it wouldn't have occurred to me that Jason still had that one, that you were overweight, or that you still had body dysmorphia kind of the mindset. What would you say was the toughest part of this challenge, and how did you overcome it?
The toughest part's really just the wear on the body. I'm no spring chicken. I'm 48 years old now, and I thought it was going to be harder than it was.
Right.
It worked well. I was able to nap, but I think napping made a huge difference. Just those little hour and a half, 2 hours in between the run sessions really helped me. Stiffens you up a little bit though, because the body's not, you're laying still for that amount of time. But I really have no muscle soreness from that at all in my legs, and I got some left knee issues, so a little bit of bruising in that knee, and that's from just age. I've always got those joint aches and pains now, so it's a lot of pounding on it. That was the hardest part of the challenge to me, was just that constant wear on the body for 2 days.
Yeah, so I mean, from the other people that I've seen post about it, it seems as though the challenge is structured to be more of a mental thing than anything.
I didn't think it was a mental challenge at all.
No,
not in the least. I think the biggest mental part of it was the build up to the challenge, psyching myself out about it, because I went on and searched the hashtag Goggins Challenge and saw these other guys, and in my mind, my perception of looking at them through their social media profile of these badasses, that, oh my God, look how great a shape that guy's in, and this guy does this. I had one guy tell me, who I respect, because he's done some intense stuff, death race, and it's called the death race, and these other crazy things, and he's always on these mountains and stuff, and he's telling me, be ready for this, be ready for sleep run, and be ready for these other problems. So I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, these badasses are telling me this is going to be this horrible thing. So that was the biggest psych out, and so the mental aspect was pre-challenge. Once a challenge kicked in, it was nothing, man. It was just stick to your plan, and the plan was very simple. Very simple plan.
Nice.
Run, stretch, shower, rest, hydrate and eat, repeat.
I didn't hear not one thing in there about putting deodorant on.
Oh yeah, it happened. That happens after the shower. It's just natural. It comes, hand in hand.
I need to be reminded sometimes. I guess that's why I brought it up.
I think I've told you in class once or twice, maybe.
So you also had the support of your Fit4Lyfe team, which I reluctantly joined you on that morning.
Huge help.
I'm still sore. You mentioned earlier, I'm not even sore, no muscle soreness from that. I'm still sore from that 3.1 I did, and that. But it was really awesome to see everybody come out and support you.
Absolutely, yeah, supporting me, Pablo, Maria that was remote, and Gilbert that was remote that did it, and other people elsewhere that did it. But that's huge, because for me, that's why I got to show up. That's why I got to push it. That's why I got to run faster. That's why I got to not stop. It's because of that Fit Fam, and they're looking. People are looking. And the support's amazing. Without that, I probably wouldn't do half the things that I did, because it's my goal and my job to show the rest of the Fit Fam, this is what we can do. Yeah, it's scary as shit. Yeah, it's gonna be hard as shit, but look what we can do.
Yeah,
it's awesome, and that support is huge. Without it, I wouldn't be able to do the stuff I did.
Honestly, I like that you said that, because it gives a different perception to who Jason is as a person and as a coach, because it's one thing to see Jason as like this cocky, confident, person. Yeah, Jason, cocky, confident. But then to hear you say like that's you do it because you want to show us, at least for me, it makes me feel like, okay, like this isn't some fucking Terminator. Like he's not just a robot. He genuinely cares about the people that he
100%. Not only I've got, I have my daughter who's, just turned 21, Jesus, and 2 young boys that I want them to know, how to grow up, how to push yourself, how to challenge yourself, how to be a man, how to respect others and all that. Have your fun, do your things, but set your goals, demolish those goals, be an example. So I'm trying to be an example to them, to show them. They were there to support. Gio went on a couple rides with me. Santino rode his push scooter for 4 miles. On that last one, he rode 4 miles on his friggin' push scooter. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. That's an accomplishment in itself.
That's badass.
He told me his leg was numb after.
My leg is numb just thinking about it. So I'm glad you brought that up too, the family aspect, because regardless of whether you call yourself a runner or not, it is well established that you are a full-time employee, father, husband, business owner, coach, and a lifer here at the gym as well. How difficult is it to find balance to wear all those hats?
The balance is it's hard. I guess I consider myself like a shark. I just got to keep moving. Right. It's that if I stop swimming, it's when I feel everything and it all settles in.
Right.
The balance wouldn't happen if I didn't have a strong partner by my side with Sandy. For us to balance that load, it's a lot. We do a lot. My busiest, hardest day for me is a Tuesday. I'm up at 4 4:30 in the morning to come here to teach 4 classes in the morning. Then I drive up to my office in Fort Lauderdale, work all day, come back here, teach 3 more classes at night. So I leave the house at 4:30 in the morning. I don't get home till 8 o'clock. I tuck the kids in, give them a kiss, spend like 5 minutes with them, and then I'm eating dinner, I'm showering, I'm ironing my clothes and their clothes for the next day to get everything ready to repeat, rinse and repeat. So it is a challenge, but things like this weekend, having everybody there and seeing the impact and the Fit fam makes it all worth it, makes it all worth it.
Right on. Now, would you say that your experience in the military is kind of responsible for the discipline you have to maintain this level of performance with all these different roles?
I don't know, man. So for a lot of people, I think that's a big misconception. I think you kind of go into the military as who you are.
Right.
When I was in the military, once you get past boot camp and everything, it's a job. Right. You work in 9 to 5, you go home. I mean, I worked in the orthopedic department. I wore scrubs, which basically were pajamas, and I put on casts, which was basically playing in the mud all day. That's it. It was a regular 9 to 5 job. Did I learn some discipline and some structure? I'm sure I took away more than I brought into it. But I was always the guy also trying to figure out the angles, how to get around everything. Right. Oh, we're doing this today? Well, I was watching movies last night at this place, getting around everything. So some of the discipline and structure, I think, to help. But I do feel I had that. I think my parents, my father especially, drilled that into me at a young age. I was working at 14, first job at 14 years old. So I've been working for a long ass time.
And how long did you serve?
Almost 7 years, 6.5 years in the Navy.
In the Navy,
yeah.
Right on. So how did you transition from military to now being the owner or co-owner, however you would describe it, of a successful hit gym? Like how did that happen? Like,
so I think that same. I've always had the drive and the motivation to be the leader, if you will, wherever I was working. Even in boot camp, I was one of the flag carriers, not just because I was short and that's what the job you get, but I had that drive.
He's jockey short, lady.
That drive to lead always. So I got my first jobs out of the military in the clinics. I ran the clinics, things of that nature. So wherever I went, I was kind of in that position of leadership. To the civilian world, I started running orthopedic practices as the CEO and administrator of the practices, and did some really fun things in that world. So the transition, I think, was just gradual. I always wanted to be my own boss, always. That's why I do consulting now, and Sandy and us having this. So I think the transition was kind of natural. The fitness aspect of transitioning into that, came with Sandy, basically. Right. Fitness has always been her passion. Has not always been my passion. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, good.
That not at all.
That was the very next question. Has fitness always been a passion of yours? And you answered like, this guy's really trying to be efficient. He must not want to be here for this interview. Like, so if you have to have a certain level of fitness or an understanding of fitness in order to get in the military and stay within the military, if I'm correct.
Well, yes and no. You have tests you have to pass. They're a joke. Now they're a little bit more difficult nowadays in each one of the branches, but in the Navy it was a joke, man. I forgot how many sit-ups you had to do and how many push-ups in like 2 minutes. Any one of these lifers could go crush it in the military. Let's just say that. And then you had to run like, I don't remember if it was a mile and a half or something like that, and you had like 16 or 18 minutes to do it.
Ooh.
So Andy's like, damn it. But
thought I had it. Like,
but so yes and no. So there are a lot of unfit people in the military, absolutely. A lot of medical issues in the military, absolutely. And actually, I was the most unfit of my life in the military. Once you get out of boot camp and you're doing your normal 9 to 5, well, here you are now, this, late teenage, early 20s male living on your own, got paychecks coming in. It's you and 5 other dudes living in a 3-bedroom apartment, keggers every weekend, going to the clubs, balling out big time.
Right.
Lots of drinking, a lot of partying. It's like being in a frat at the time, at that age.
Yeah,
so the weight
imagine.
Packs on. Pizzas every night, beers every day.
I mean, I'm not going to say low-key sound like the life, but I could be wrong.
It was fun. I'm not going to lie. It was a good time, but I look back now and, obviously I could have done things very differently. Right. The biggest part where I transitioned to the most unfit is when I lived in Italy.
Right.
I was there for 3 years, and I mean, the food there was just amazing, and I don't even know if I did PRT tests when I was in Navy. I mean, in Italy for the 3 years. I don't even remember that. But it was just hanging out and eating and enjoying, Italy and everything it had to offer. And fitness was the last thing on my mind. I think the most exercise I got is when I got in some fights. That was about it, really.
Huffing and puffing.
That was about it. Yeah.
So okay, so if fitness wasn't really your passion, would you say it was were you reluctant to kind of get into this, or was it like?
So, kinda, yeah. Sandy and I have a 10-year age difference. I am older, she's younger, just in case it wasn't obvious.
Gotcha.
So for me, it was kind of one of those things. Sandy was always active. Sandy, is always fit. She's always been that way. And she would always ask, "Hey, you want to go for a run? You want to go to this?" I'm like, "Nah, you go ahead. I'll have breakfast ready when you get back." That type of thing.
Right.
It was just like a light switch one day. I, getting out of the shower, toweling off, and I'm like rubbing off this big belly, drying it off, and I'm looking at myself going, how much longer is this going to last? I've got this 10-year younger, hot, fit wife, and I'm this, fat, sloppy dude. So literally, and Sandy will tell you, when I change my mind and set my mind to something, that's it. It's done. So it took me almost like an addict or an alcoholic or something to say, that's it, I'm not having another drink. To me, it was, that's it, I'm going to start getting in shape. And I just started. And if I remember the timeline right, I just went up to Sandy and I was like, "Hey, I'm going for a jog." And she's like, "You're going to do what?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to go for a little run." And then shortly thereafter, I told her, I said, I think I'm going to do the Miami Half Marathon. She's like, You're going to do what? And I was like, "Yeah, why not? So let me train for that." So, but the real big kickoff changing point is our son, Giovanni was born. Right. And, you're up in the middle of the night, 2 a.m, all these crazy infomercials, and I'm like, "Oh, that thing makes zucchini friggin' noodles. We need one of those." And yeah, let's get that. Chia pet shit. Wait, I can shut the lights off and clap. And then I saw the Insanity infomercial, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" And then like a couple of days later, Sandy's like, "Did you see that crazy ass workout that they're advertising in the middle of the night?" And she's like, "That's insane." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's called Insanity." And so I surprised her, and we weren't. Well-to-do, didn't have money. I mean, still, it was a lot of money, and I bought it. And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you bought this." And she started doing Insanity, and I'm watching her, and I'm watching the videos. I'm like, "Fuck that." She's like, "You gonna do this?" I'm like, "Nope, not gonna do it.
I bought it for you, honey.
Wouldn't be prudent. Not gonna do it." So eventually, I was like, "You know what? I'll give it a try. I'll go ahead and do it." And so I started Insanity and went all in on that. I did Insanity back to back. So if I remember, it was 30 days or whatever, or something like that. So I did 2 sessions of it and got shredded. I mean, I eventually got down to 149 pounds. Sheesh. I mean, I feel I looked anorexic, but
it's my 5th grade weight. Like,
yeah. And you get a free T-shirt if you send in your before and after pictures. Great marketing campaign. And so they reached out to me and said, "Hey, you've had great results. We'd like to talk to you." And I got flown up to New York. Sandy went with. We got a free trip to New York. I was on the infomercial. I want to say it was back in, I don't know, 16 maybe, 14, 15 maybe.
Ooh, we're gonna have to dig through the archives.
Oh, I got pictures. I'll find the video. I was at douche going, "Yeah, look at my muscles pulling up my ass and shit." It's probably the last time anybody see me with my shirt off was that video on TV. But so that was kind of the turning point, clicking point, and from that Beachbody experience, kind of developed into Fit4Lyfe as we know it, because we wanted to do our own stuff. It was great, jumping around with Sean T and Tony Horton, who I always had to mute because I couldn't stand listening to him, and all these others. But we always knew that we could do it, and I felt do it better for a community.
Yeah. I mean, I have experience with Insanity and P90X. Like, I had both of those. I mean, I'm not going to tell y'all that, like, it was through LimeWire that we got it. But, like, but we had a copy of it. Yeah. Oh, you were ripping it left and right. But even still, like, I remember trying that for the first time. And, like, even the first class, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Sweating, breathing hard, feeling like I'm going to pass out. I was like, I'm not doing this ever. And then I had the same exact experience when I came to Fit4Lyfe, my first class. It was on your birthday, actually. Your 42nd birthday. And I was like, what am I, why? Why? What is this for? Is this worth it?
Who in their right mind does this?
Right. Y'all paid to do this?
Exactly.
What is this?
Exactly.
So if you wouldn't mind, can you describe your coaching style compared to others here at the gym? Because there's a lot of different personalities.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I guarantee you, if you took 10 different people and asked them what my coaching style was, you'd get different answers.
For sure.
Because I try to be adaptable to each person. There's some people in here that like me to curse at them, like I'm a drill sergeant, get in their face. What the fuck are you doing? Get your ass down, get your chest up to the floor. They like that. There's other people that if I curse at them, they'd probably cry and quit and report me to HR. You'd be talking to me anyway. But so I try to learn that person, you know, when they come in here. First couple classes, easy breezy, light weights, learn you, and then learn what you want from me. And then once I got you dialed in and figured out, I'm gonna push you to your limits. Yeah. So I'm that guy, because that's what I want. I want someone to know me and push me to my limits. Right. You know, you grab the wrong weights, I'm gonna give you the right weights. You ain't doing it right, I'm gonna make you do it right. You're gonna, you know, drag it on the lap, I'm gonna run with you and pull you if I got to make you go faster. So I will get you to where you think you can stop and pass that by learning what you got. So my style is, it varies, to answer you. You know, it varies.
I would definitely
mainly
agree with that.
Up in your face.
All up in your face. Yeah, and I can definitely attest to that. I remember, like, when I first started at Fit4Lyfe, you know, obviously I've known Sandy a lot longer than I've known you. But even still, like, I didn't take a class with you for a few months, and I was like, it was avoiding Jason at all costs, just because I had this perception of who you were, and it was completely fucking wrong, which I'm happy to admit now. But I remember I was like, I definitely don't want to take a class with Jason. I don't want this guy, you know, all in my face yelling at me, because like I had already felt like I can't keep up with these people. I don't want to be embarrassed in class with this guy, but after taking class with you, like I look forward to Tuesdays, because I'm a little salty that you're not coaching tonight, but like that's
sorry, man. Sorry.
You know,
well, it's our
happen.
14-year anniversary tomorrow, so we have to celebrate tonight just because of schedule and everything.
Right on,
so,
right on. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
But also, if you ever cancel on class, I'm gonna charge you $10. Like,
hey, I did it when weighing enough. I did it like a week ago. Weighing enough notification.
Yeah, so I mean, I would agree that your coaching style is definitely adaptable, because I see the way you interact with everybody in class. You know, it's not just, you know, you have it's not like you have a handful of people and then you ignore everyone else, but your approach to everyone is very different.
Got it, man. Everybody, to me, the important aspect and what I expect when I go to like a class like this, and that's why I think other places fail, is you become just another number. It really irks me that I'll get people in here from other gyms, they've been going to places for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, can't even do a proper squat. To me, that's disgusting. If someone's out here wearing my stuff out there, happens to work out at LA Fitness this week and ain't doing the right squat, call me, text me. I need video proof, because I'm going to fix it. So giving that one-on-one to each person is very, very important, so they don't feel like a number. Right. And we genuinely care and want you to feel that, because that's how it should be. Right. This is our business, and I want you to have that attention. I want you to have that special one-on-one. I want you to feel that connection. And it's real. It ain't faking it up in here. It is what it is. Right. You know, I mean, if you know me, I mean, my emotions are like right here. You're going to see it. It's either real or it ain't. There ain't no hiding or kidding anything.
I mean, I like the way that you definitely have like a group of people that you can joke around with. You know what I mean? Like even especially like on Tuesday nights or what? I think it's usually Tuesday nights. Like the way you yell at Brian, for example.
I love Brian, man. I love Brian.
Shout out to Brian, man.
So me and Brian's dad were in the Navy together. We're in Italy together. Gotcha. So I've known Justin forever. Love the guy.
That makes a lot of sense.
Very good friend of mine. They moved down here a year ago, right when the coronavirus started, and they've got a few kids, and. You know, Brian is I like Brian. He's my special boy, and I love pushing that kid. He likes it though, and that's what I like about it. Kid's got thick skin, and he gives it back, and he works. But yes, Brian's a great example. Yeah.
I was like, I look at him, I was like, man, like you are a lot tougher than I am, kid, because I'd have been crying already. Like,
yeah, man.
But he takes it in strides. That's good.
Yeah, I do have a few people like that I can totally. You know, I like to be sarcastic. I like to break it up. I like, you know, especially if I see somebody struggling, I'm gonna break it up for them a little bit and get them through it and past it. And I think that's important to be able to have that variety, if you will, within that workout.
Now, you know, in regards to your coaching style, you know, like the military is known for, you know, do as I say, not as I do, or like, you know, follow orders, that kind of structure. Now, but when you come to become an owner at a gym, you have a lot of different personalities. So you just said that, you have to tailor their experience or your coaching style to each person. Was that something that you already had going into it, or was that something that you kind of had to learn?
Probably a little bit of both. I will tell you, it still drives me fucking bonkers when there's some basic things. Someone's like, oh, I can't do that. Well, you can't do that? Explain to me why. And let me show you a video of this guy in a wheelchair that's doing that you can't do. Those things, kind of get to me, because we can do a lot.
Right.
So it's, why don't you want to, or why do you think you can't do it? Let's get to that and fix it. So that kind of bothers me. So I think I had to adapt a little bit, but as long as you're giving your best effort, as from when you first started, I told you, best effort. And we had to modify some things with you, and I hope I'm not putting you on the spot because of certain injuries and stuff, but I wanted you to keep going.
Right.
Now, if I wouldn't have modified you and helped you probably would have just stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Want to keep pushing past that and look at what you could do now compared to what you couldn't do then.
For sure.
So it's those things that just be truthful. Let me know what's up. Are you scared? Do you not want to? Does something hurt? I mean, I love when new people come in here and they tell me about all their aches and pains and what hurts, and I got this broken, that, and my chiropractor told me my spine's dislocated, and I'm like, yeah, I've been in orthopedics for almost 30 years. You want to cover all these elements again? Because I can modify you perfectly that none of that's going to hurt. So I forget the original question at this point because I'm rambling.
No,
but
that was, it was geared towards like having to learn how to coach to different people, whether that's something that you kind of came into this with or whether it was something that you learned. You said it was a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think I've always been, believe it, I don't look like it, but people person. I can engage anywhere. And Sandy always, busts my chops. I'll talk to anybody. And I'm always bumping into somebody. I'm like, pretty sure I know that person. Come to find out, we went to kindergarten together, haven't seen each other since. So I'm that guy. So I'm always talking to people. So I am, believe it or not, pretty approachable, and we'll talk to whomever.
I mean, I can definitely attest to the on the spot modifications, because whether it was with my lower back or the like with the herniated disc or anything, with my legs hurting because of whatever jumps I was doing, being given advice and saying, okay, one, you need to strengthen your core. That's going to make it a lot easier and lessen the load on your lower back. And then also showing me proper form. I forgot which exercises we were doing. I think it had to deal with deadlifts. Deadlifts for sure, with the one, and you were like, do this, do that, and
form is everything.
Yeah,
form is everything. I mean, to strengthen properly, but just to prevent injury is the most important thing. So I've got some people that still can't get it, and that's okay. Deadlifts aren't for everybody. We'll do something else. We can still work that same muscle group by doing something else.
Right.
So form is extremely important. Don't want anybody getting hurt.
Right.
That's not good advertising whatsoever. And
they just let everybody get in there hurt themselves.
Don't want anybody getting injured and having a bad experience because coach wasn't paying attention. Coach didn't find out I had a back problem. I ask everybody when I first meet them, any injuries, ailments I need to know about. Let's talk about it. So what's your problem, man? Why are you walking like that? So that all that's important to know each person and really know what they're capable of, what their physical limitations are. Because we all have physical limitations for some reason or another.
Right.
So
this next question was written with the false belief that you were this fitness, you've always been committed to your fitness, but now coming to realize that Jason was overweight at one point and isn't comfortable taking his shirt off always or whatever. I'm still going to ask the same question.
Sure.
That it's one thing to be committed to your own health and wellness goals, but I would imagine that it's completely different to now be committed to helping others like me or any of the other lifers reach their goals. What do you get out of this as a coach, other than paying bills?
Yeah, well, it helps pay the bills, but I've got multiple other jobs to keep everything going. I would love to do just this full time, because obviously this is the most satisfying part of my daily grind in my life is doing this. And there's key moments that I can remember, and not necessarily right in this gym, but related to the gym, that are defining moments that make me go, God damn it, that's exactly why I do it. There's a video that surfaces every now and then of Espy. I know we were chatting about her earlier, at one of the either North American or World Championship OCRs. A bunch of us went to it, traveled. Espy was there. and she was stuck on one of the rigs. You know, we coach, we train, we do all this kind of stuff, and it was me, you know, the Larry, Derek, bunch of other people, and crowds of a couple hundred, probably right where we were at there, and SB failed the rig, got back through the rig, and we were all coaching, yelling, screaming, and she got through it, rang that bell. SB started crying. It was a huge friggin' accomplishment. I gave SB the biggest hug. We all gave her hugs. I mean, there was a race still to run, so I had to push her ass on and say, "Don't, you're not done, you're not done." But it's little moments, not little, that's a big moment, but moments like that that are etched. And now I can back up and rewind and look at all the training runs, all the grip work we did, all this, all that, all the times I probably yelled at her and pushed her in here to that moment. So that is what's it. Finding out what you want to do, why you want to do it, where you want to go to, and then helping you get there and get past it. It's awesome to me. You know, doing these challenges, doing these races, watching somebody in here jump on the tire. The tire, like me, plyo jump, whatever, all day long. But I've got people that are like, oh my God, I can't do that. You know, when somebody does it, we had somebody this morning do it, and the whole 515 cheered and was freaking out. I looked around and, you know, I realized what happened. I wasn't there for that one. But I've stood in the center of that tire, held people's hands to help them jump on it. I want to get you to conquer your fears, past where you think you can go. I can never jump on that tire. Bullshit, you're going to jump on the tire. It's going to happen. It's going to happen right now. You know, that's it. Throw the fear right in your face and let's do it. So those things are my satisfaction, my joy in what I do here all the time. You know, it's awesome. I mean, OCR is a very special thing to me, obstacle course racing, very passionate, and I'm lucky to have a good group of people that love to do it as much as I do. And I'm tough, man. I'll bust your balls. I expect a lot, you know, but I go out there and I give it my all. I bust my ass. I'm going to do everything. So I'm not just putting it on you, I'm putting it on me. But watching these guys and then SB and others like Maria Stacker, who, you know, worked with a lot, and I love her to death, and she's come like so far, and to watch her perform in OCRs now, it's a highlight for me. It's like, yes, you know, and coach people, and when they tag me, it's holy shit, I climbed the rope at Spartan today, and they're like, oh my God, Jason, look at this video. They're tagging me on social media during their races and thanking me. That's it. That's all I need. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I agree with you. That is 1,000% awesome. So what would you like to see Fit4Lyfe do or become in the next 5 to 10 years?
Shit, man. You know, just like anybody, I shouldn't say just like anybody, but, you know, you have aspirations of taking over the world, you know, but I don't want Fit4Lyfe to ever lose its special sauce. That's what's important, I think. So, I mean, as everybody knows, we had our first location was Pines, which is near and dear to my heart, and I miss it dearly. And then Cooper City was the second location, and then this pandemic, you know, screwed everything up. So eventually I would like to get back to that, having a couple stores strategically placed that we can keep this same feel, the same love, the same fit fam, the same community, which is important, you know. As much as I love to say, you know, Fit4Lyfe is for everybody, it's for most. It's not, you know, really for everybody. You got to come in here, you got to want to be part of something. You want to be part of a community and be fit and healthy and live that lifestyle. So I'd love to see us grow, to be able to impact more lives, to be able to have more people feel what we feel and get in shape and really, you know, embrace what we all are so passionate about. Right. You know, that's what I'd like to see.
I would love to see that happen too. I would love to see financially, you know, or in a business sense, the success on that level.
Oh yeah, I'd like that too.
But I would hate to see it lose, like you said, that special sauce.
Yeah, I would never do that. I would never compromise that.
You know,
never
this
compromise that.
Community that you guys have built, like. I you know, I had seen photos and whatnot prior to joining, but it wasn't until I joined that I really got a first-hand experience of what this community really is. Like, we really look out for each
100%.
other.
100%. I lift everybody up. This ain't, you know, somebody going, oh, look at that dumbass, or look what he's wearing, you know. Oh, but except for your you know, your bright clothing. That's totally different.
I'm used to getting picked on for that. So like, I totally like own that, because like that, I know what I'm putting on every morning. Like,
but yeah, it's a very positive community, very uplifting, very looking out for everybody. I mean, look how many people showed up for me and Pablo to help, you know, run and push us. I mean, I had Derek and Larry. Larry came here at 11 o'clock at night to run and was going to run at 3 a.m. too, until I told him to go home and go to sleep. I'll see you in the morning the next day. So it's there, and I know there's a bunch of people there and other lifers too. If you needed somebody, they're there for you. You know,
Going
they're
to
there
be
for
there.
you.
You know,
I mean, there's so many friendships that have been made from Fit for Life, whether it's Pines Original from here or whatnot, that have never would have happened other than here. And now there's some great friendships out of it. And that's fantastic because they're all common goals of living a healthy lifestyle. So they're not out kicking it at the bars. They're out, paddleboarding this weekend, for somebody's birthday, or they're, putting together a bike ride for 40 miles on a Sunday with breakfast included or something, organizing a healthy life and living together. It's awesome.
Like when Christy needed her basketball hoop set
Absolutely.
up and Coach Derek jumped in to help me. Like there's a lot of things, when I was out here running in the world's worst pair of sneakers and you guys, banded together to come and get me a pair of shoes, like that shit meant a lot to me. And I was like, man, y'all really testing my gangster. Like I'm not gonna cry out here. I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah.
But,
they'll make you cry, man. There's been, I've been very fortunate and been treated very well by, all the lifers. I know a lot of it's led, by Sandy, but a lot of them, they're always trying to show they care and give back and help and, cool surprises and all kinds of stuff. So very much appreciate the Fit fam for sure.
And when can the Fit fam expect an OCR together? Because like that's my next goal. 2021.
I tell you what, son. I tell you what. So I would say I think it got pushed to October. I have to check. So we got some time, but right down the road, just a few miles away, is a fantastic OCR. It's called Goliath Gauntlet, and it supports the Sheridan House. I love it. It's one of my favorite races. And I'll tell you what I will do. I will sacrifice my competitive nature.
I'm nervous now.
And I will, step by step, do that whole race with you. Step by step. We'll go through the whole thing together.
I'm with it. I'm trying to get calluses on my hand before then. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have that
I'm sure
grip
you've
work.
got those. I'm sure if I had to guess.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They're ugly. They're gross.
But so we'll put together a little plan. We'll find out when exactly the date is. We'll work backwards. We'll get a little schedule going, and we'll work you on some stuff. So I know what they got for obstacles, so we'll know what to work on exactly. But we'll do that race together.
All right. I'm excited for that. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
Scared.
OCR. I'm not scared. Listen, I like, if you ask me January, February, March of 2020, yes, let me avoid Jason at all costs. But now, like, who is this guy?
No, there's, again, I'm going to put her on the spot. One of my that particular race, we were there with the Fit fam. There was a bunch of us, probably 30, 40, maybe even more of us. And they have one thing there. It's a high jump, basically. You're about 15 feet in the air, and you jump off a platform into the canal right there. And then they got floaties if you want them. You swim back. And Maria, who comes here in the mornings, I saw her, getting ready. She wasn't going to jump, and she went back down. And I saw her like shortly after, right after, at the next obstacle. I'm like, oh my God, did you do it? She's like, no. I said, let's go right back right now. And she's like, what? So I went back with her, got up on the platform, held her hand, and we jumped in that thing together and swam off to the side. And I met Maria right then and there on the race. I never knew her. I mean, I'd seen her before. She went to a different gym, no problem. And, that was a big memory of mine from that race because I got her to conquer that fear. And now, I would hope that this coming race, she'll be able to do that all by herself because she knows, hey, I'm not going to die. I did just fine with Jason. So that stuff's important. Another great memory from OCR. I have a lot of great memories from OCRs, helping people, get past their fears and abilities, if you will, or what they think their abilities are. So that's just another one. So that's gonna be me and you in a few months.
I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna hold hands and jump off the platform.
Next Tuesday, you gonna stand in the middle of the tire and hold my hand so I can jump on it.
Absolutely, we got it. No problem.
Okay, Coach. All the easy questions are out the way. Now we're getting to the more important.
Stuff?
Yeah, there's these are some rapid questions now. Okay.
Rapid.
So like, no time to think. It's this or that. Okay. Like this is a this or that food edition.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna give you two options. You got to choose one or the other. Nothing outside of that.
All right.
This is the important stuff.
God damn.
Okay, when it comes to Doritos, nacho or Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch.
Oh my guy. All right, first one done. Tacos, hard shell or soft?
Soft.
Okay, that one's wrong, but it's
more
great.
authentic.
Pizza or nachos?
Fucking pizza, bro.
Yeah. Okay, you're a winner so far. Wings or burgers?
Burgers.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll show you some good burgers and make you say fuck them wings.
I mean, I believe you, but like. That one was tough. I couldn't even decide between that one. Flats or drums?
Drums.
Okay, we can go eat wings. You can eat all the drums. I eat all the flats.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
Match made in heaven.
Ranch or blue cheese?
That's tough. Depends on what I'm eating, but I'll go with ranch.
My God, yes. And not all ranch is created equal.
Correct.
So we can just agree
Just
on
like
that.
not all honey mustard's created equal.
Also true. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, you're winning. We can go out to eat whenever you want. Ice cream or cake?
Cake.
You're wrong. But you're wrong. Okay, and last but not least, shredded coconut or cauliflower rice?
Fucking neither. And I know where you got that from. Shredded coconut, the texture, can't do it.
You can't do it?
I could do it, but I know, like, I'll eat something and I bite into it, I'm like, oh, the fucking coconut in here. I could just take the texture. And the cauliflower rice you ate live or ate on the last segment,
Fire.
great, awesome,
Fire.
obviously prepared that way. But regular cauliflower rice, like you steaming it out the bag or putting it on my plate with some fucking cilantro or some shit in it, it ain't enough.
It missed me with that weak shit.
It ain't enough. Yeah, fuck that.
Right on. All right, Coach. Well, it's been
That
a
was it?
pleasure.
That was easy.
That's it. Easy peasy, man.
Shit.
Easy peasy. We had to get through like the boring stuff first to
Yeah,
get to the stuff
exactly.
that really
Yeah,
mattered
the
here at the
food.
end. Yeah, the food. That's all that
Absolutely.
matters. So next Saturday, we get to announce some winners,
Yes.
but more importantly, we get to eat some fucking barbecue.
Yes, some good ass barbecue too, man. Rob's barbecue is off the chain.
Rob's
I don't know if
barbecue.
you've had that.
I've never, but I mean,
So it used to be Scroobies. Well, he's still a Scrooby.
Oh.
They just family split, so he has his own.
So it's
He
kinda like
took the one.
Flanagan's and Quarterdeck.
There you
same,
go.
Same
Yeah.
family, same
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, folks. Well, you heard it here first. I'll be doing an LCR race with Jason. We're going to hold hands and
Yeah.
jump on tires and stuff.
Everybody sign up for that one. Everybody. Goliath Gauntlet. We'll have a group for it. I think they pushed it to October, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome.
Cool weather.
Goes for a great charity. And me and Anthony are going to run it together.
Without shirts.
Sure. Let me get back on the challenge.
All right, folks. Have a great day. Be nice. Be kind. Stay fit.